Video on Design of Seismic Resistant Building. In this video, you will learn to run the design check on the building model, after applying all the loads. In the previous video, you learned to analyze the seismic resistant building. Now, you will run structural design on the concrete frames of your building model. Go to the Design menu, select Concrete Frame Design, and click on View/Revise Preferences option. Make sure the design code is set to IS 456-2000, and click on OK. Then again, in the Concrete Frame Design option, Chart Design/Check option. Wait for some time, as the software runs design on your building model. Once the design is completed, the longitudinal reinforcement values are displayed as shown. By default, the longitudinal reinforcement values of the elements are shown in the 3D tab. You can zoom in to see the values of reinforcement, in different sections of the frames, in both top and bottom regions. The top and bottom region values represent the required area of flexural or longitudinal reinforcement for that frame section. Right-click on any frame section to view the reinforcement data as shown. Click on the Details option to view the complete details of that frame section. Scroll down the page to see the flexural values for the top and bottom regions of the frame section. You can also view the shear reinforcement details in the next page as shown. Similarly, you can check the corresponding reinforcement data for each frame section. We will now check the structural failure status of various elements in the building model. Now to check for the failure of the members, go to the Design menu, in Concrete Frame Design, and select Verify All Members Passed option. A notification appears that 225 frames failed the design check. Please note that in your case, the number of frames failing might differ, due to minor differences in building model or load applications. Do not worry about that, just understand the process, and follow it for your model. There are two ways to make the failed frames to pass the design check. Either you can increase the dimensions of frame members such as beams, columns, or you can change the material properties of frame members. In this case, we will increase the dimensions of frame members. Before changing the properties of frame members, you need to select the failed members. So, click on Yes to select the failed frame members. In the bottom left corner, you can check the number of members selected. To make any changes in the model, unlock the model as done previously. You had used 300 mm by 300 mm beam, as well as 300 mm by 300 mm column. As some of them are failing, you will define some section to a bigger dimensions. Go to the Define menu, select Section Properties, and click on Frame Sections. You can directly change the property of the element from the menu, without the need of adding a new property. Select the beam property that you had used, and click on Modify/Show Property. Let's say, you want to increase the dimensions to 400 mm by 400 mm. Change the beam name to identify the changed 400 by 400 dimensions. In the Section Dimensions option, change the depth and width value to 400 and 400 each. Click on OK, and the property of all the beams which had already been assigned 300 mm by 300 mm dimensions, is now changed to 400 mm by 400 mm. So you don't have to assign the changed property to the beams again. In this way, select the column dimensions, and click on Modify/Show Property. Change the column property name, and change the depth and width values to 450 each. Then click on OK. The properties of the beams and columns in the building have changed. Click on OK to exit. Now, to check design again, you have to run analysis first as the model was unlocked, and the analysis results got deleted. Go to Analyze, and click on Run Analysis. Once the analysis is complete, you can now check whether your design is safe or not. Go to Design, Concrete Frame Design. Select Start Design/Check. Wait as the software runs the design check on the model with the changed properties. Once the design process is complete, you can check for the failure of the members. Go to Design, Concrete Frame Design, and select Verify All Members Passed. A notification appears that 18 frames failed the design check. Repeat the same procedure to make all the concrete members to pass the design check. Unlock the model, and define your beam section to 500 mm by 500 mm, and column section to 500 mm by 500 mm, and perform the analysis, design on your model. You will then get a notification that all members passed the design check. Congratulations, seismic design of your building model is now complete. Save your building model for future reference. Thanks for watching.